Good morning, everybody. It's our third week of devotions in our what we call the Coronavirus Chronicles. And if you joined us this morning for Palm Sunday worship, our questions this week and all of our devotions are kind of based on the topic of Palm Sunday and the future that God has for us. And usually on Mondays, we just kind of do 4 questions for you to kick around through the week and discuss the sermon a little more fully. If you haven't seen it yet, you can still look at it on youtube.com. But I want us just to think about 4 questions this week. And the first question is really sort of a continuation of the question that we looked at loosely last week, which was, what in the world is God doing? And this week, the similar question that I think we can be asking is, where in the world is all of this going? And that was really what we were dealing with today in worship. So think about that for your first question here. The second question, as we met this morning, we talked about 3 views of history. There's sort of the Eastern view of history, which is the roller coaster merry-go-round, that history is traveling in circles or cycles and not really going anywhere important, but moving. It just ends up at the same place. The second view of history that the atheist may hold to, we call the bumper car philosophy of history. It's kind of without God, survival of the fittest. And whoever's the last one standing gets to be the winner. But then we mentioned the third view of history, which is the bus and bus driver view of history. And it's history that's going somewhere. It's history with a departure point and a destination point. And so our question, second question, is, how does this third view of history provide you with hope and encouragement in your life? Then we have a third question for this morning. And we talked in the children's sermon about how God gave Adam and Eve a chooser button. Okay, He gave us a will and an ability to choose. And one of the things that we discovered this morning was that Israel chose to reject the kingdom that was offered to them, just like Adam and Eve rejected the kingdom offered to them. And so our third question really deals with that chooser button. And it's how can you choose to get on God's bus and align your will with His will and move with Him through the history that He has designed and directed us to participate in. The fourth question is, how can you boldly speak of Christ this week, letting others know that He is the Lord of history? In a way, it's the question is, how can you sing your hallelujah to people right now? We sang a glorious hallelujah at the end, or we kind of mumbled it or looked or sang a few wrong notes while the beautiful choir sang. But how can you add your hallelujah in praises to God this week? A hallelujah that, we're looking forward to having that hallelujah ring throughout all eternity. So anyway, chew on those questions, kick them around, see how it all comes out, and I hope you have a great week. Bye for now. God bless, and keep smiling.